Jim Gordon here in the offices of the Richmond Sentinel. Time for another edition of Richmond Stories. Well, now we're here at the desk in the offices of the Richmond Sentinel, and I love it when we have young people on because they instill some pride and hope for me in the future, and this young woman has certainly accomplished a lot in her years. Sara Kanafani is joining us right now. I got the last name right this time, didn't I? Yeah. I did. Excellent. We're happy to have her here because she is one of 20 recipients of the TD Scholarship for Community Leadership, and she has certainly accomplished a lot, which we'll discuss. But first of all, Sara, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Let's talk to our viewers a bit about the scholarship that you were awarded. What is that about, and what does one have to do to qualify and in your case, win?
All right, so the TD Scholarship essentially it revolves around community leadership and being a leader in your community and bringing that positive change that you think needs to be seen. And so I did that in a couple of different ways, but essentially what the scholarship consists of monetarily is a $70,000 coverage of my undergraduate degree.
Which is fantastic, and as I said, you have certainly done a lot to qualify, and I'm going to blow your horn a little bit right now, if you don't mind. But you have done a lot here. You established the BC Muslim Association for Inaugural Youth Committee to support fellow teens in cultivating leadership skills and self-awareness. You oversaw 70 volunteers. You also established and are the founder president of the Steveston London Muslim Students Association, or as you said hiply, MSA. Wonderful. Talk a bit about both those things, because I was asking you, they're different entities, but they have different things and different goals in mind.
For sure. So the BC Muslim Association's Youth Committee, so just to preface, the BC Muslim Association is a established association, and I came in, I saw the events that were being run, and I saw the kind of volunteers that were coming in, and I figured that there was a gap between the high schoolers that needed these kind of volunteer hours and the kind of opportunities that were being offered at my local mosque, which is a part of the BC Muslim Association. And so I decided to kind of bring these youth together and start to kind of formulate some events that they could partake in and volunteer in and aid in the planning of that would take place at our mosques. And so that kind of began the youth committee. And as we move forward, it became a lot more established, and now we have executives that help oversee and lead these volunteers that want to partake. And so that's the youth committee. Right. And then the MSA, it's more of a school club. It's just a way for the Muslim students at Steveston, London to kind of come together, feel welcome, belonging, and there's also we have a prayer space that we got, and so it's we come together and we host religious activities, and then we also pray at the end of our meetings every week. And so I think it's just a way to kind of bring everyone together and also to teach others about the wonders of our religion.
Also, one thing I see consistently when I interview people in your age category is this: you accomplish a lot of things, but part of that is bringing people along to get them into the idea of volunteering and offering their time and paying it forward, as we said. With the youth committee, you seem to instill in that in people that get involved. And you were saying, we're talking programs, even things like summer camp and things like that are, I'm assuming, really helpful to parents, that knowing their kids are involved in activities during the summer month, the long summer month. How important is it, and are you always getting a positive reaction from young people like yourself when you're getting them involved to help and volunteer?
For sure. It's definitely a really personally rewarding kind of thing, because it's really heartwarming to see everybody come together and be really engaged in the kind of event that you took part in planning. And it's also so rewarding to see these people come out with the leadership skills that they develop throughout their training or their mentorship with other students. And it also just builds a big network of bonds between elder students and people who have volunteered with the mosque before. It just brings everyone together on so many different levels. And so I think it's definitely really rewarding. And
let's talk about what you want to do going forward. As I said a number of times, you've accomplished quite a lot. Where do you see yourself over the next 5 years? I always like asking that question.
All right. right, so I'll be going to UBC Sauder School of Business, and hopefully, I'd like to get my business degree and then pursue law school from there. I guess within the next 5 years, I'd be just coming out of that business degree, studying for that LSAT, getting ready. But yeah, that's where I hope to be, although I don't know what kind of path my life will take me on.
You can only assume so much in life, right?
Exactly.
And do you have an idea of what type of law you'd like to practice?
Now, right now, I have corporate law in mind, but I've also been leaning a little bit towards immigration law. But, we'll see. I mean, honestly, a lot of people say that you discover yourself with law school. So I'm hoping that'll happen.
Okay, touche. And the Sauder, that's certainly high praise you're going there as well.
Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. Could you give some advice to maybe some of the parents who have kids out there your age about advice on how to apply to have a chance at the TD scholarship? Any advice you'd give?
So it's about community leadership, and you want to make a difference where you think there needs to be a difference made. So I saw that there was a lack of connection between the kind of events that were happening in the mosque and the people volunteering at them, and so I simply brought forth the change that I wanted to see. So my advice, find something that you're passionate in, find something that you genuinely care about, because if you're going to continue pursuing it in order to get to these great opportunities, you're gonna need the dedication, you're gonna need the passion for it. And so whether it be climate, whether it be homelessness, whether it be poverty, address something that you truly care about and you truly want to see a difference made in, and it should just go from there. I didn't begin the youth committee or the MSA with TD in mind.
Right.
I just simply did what I thought needed to be done, and it just came about. So
I think that's a great answer. Find what you're passionate about, and everybody will have a different story. You've got to find
Exactly.
something that you think is missing there.
and that path it'll lead you down to some great things.
Well, we are expecting great things. Well, you've already done great things, but we're expecting even bigger things from you as you go forward. We want to wish you success in school and continued success with working within your community. Hey, these are great stories we love doing on Richmond Sentinel and Richmond Stories. Young people out there making a difference. Sara Kanafani is congratulations again, one of the 20 recipients of the TD Scholarship for Community Leadership. Thank you very much for coming in and joining us.
Thank you so much.